A lot of people have come and gone from Charleston Sports Radio, but there's only one person who has dominated the game for many years, and that's Bobby Hartin. I had a chance to talk with him for this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. Well, Bobby, I understand that you have been hosting Fan Talk for 12 years now.
No, more than that.
Really?
We just started our 19th year in April, yeah.
Oh, goodness. Tell me how, after all those years, how is it going?
I was doing real good. As I've said, I'd do it as long as I have fun, and I still come in and have fun every day. Some days are longer than others, but most of the time it's pretty good.
And what is it like working with the Kirkman Broadcasting family?
I love it here. I mean, he just I've been here so long. I've been here longer than anybody else, and
yes.
He just kind of lets me, do
what you want.
Yeah, pretty much do what I want to.
Yes. And before Kirkman, you actually worked at WQSC Radio.
No. WQ. Oh, we were WQSC.
Right,
oh, yeah.
Right.
I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You had me confused, but I forgot about that. We changed. We started on 1340 WQSC, and then we changed over to 910, and now we're on 98.9. You had me confused.
No problem. Talk to me about your memories on that particular station.
Well, it was fun. I mean, we were a little AM station. We had back then. We had there were two sports stations. There was one on 1390, and then we came on 1340, and then we ended up being, I guess, winning the battle. And if it was a battle, we got along good with the guys over there. And then since then, we've been pretty much the only sports station in town. So it's been a lot of fun.
And take me back down memory lane. How did Fan Talk actually come about?
This is kind of funny because I had a bar in Mount Pleasant. It was a sports bar. And I was advertising. Gil was handling my advertising, the owner of the station.
Yes.
And he just came up to me one day when he was in the process of buying 1340 and wanted to know if I wanted to do a sports radio show. And I no broadcasting experience. I was scared to death, and again, that was almost 19 years ago.
And let's talk about one of your sidekicks, Darren Goldwater.
Yep, Darren.
Yeah.
Who's a new daddy now.
That's right, yeah.
So,
what do you think about that?
I think it's great. I mean, Darren did a good job here, and, of course, he had a better opportunity to do some play-by-play and stuff like that, which is what most of the guys that have worked with me wanted to do. Shane Griffin was here, and he went on to do play-by-play for Del Marva, and I think... oh gosh, there's been so many of them. And Darren wanted to do Everett German, who does College of Charleston now, and so good for him. And he was single when I met him. Now he's married with a baby. So now I'm feeling older and older every day.
And let's talk about Everett, because you guys took your radio talents to Comcast C2 with the dog.
Right, we did that.
Tell me, how hard, easy was it to make a transition from radio to television?
I don't like television. I got a face for radio.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. Say, I like doing. Anytime I'm doing anything with Everett, it's comfortable. We get along great. We're best friends. And but TV is just radio. I can go a little long on the breaks. TV, you got to be right on things.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
But I enjoyed it. But when we did it, hopefully we'll come back in the fall and start it back up again. I think so.
Oh, awesome!
I hope so.
Yeah, it'll be hella.
Always changes, and they had a new boss come in. So, but anytime I get a chance to work with Everett, I'm fine.
That is awesome. Well, unfortunately, you lost the Bobby Hartin Sports Grill. I want to say back in 2010. Yeah,
it's been almost 3 years. Yeah.
What are your memories of that particular place?
I had a ball. I've been in the sports bar business. I had a couple of places in Mount Pleasant.
That's right.
Got out of it. Said I'd never get back in it again. It was kind of funny. I got divorced and sold the bar over in Mount Pleasant. Said I'd never get married again. Said I'd never be in a bar again. And when in a month's time, I did both. I got remarried and opened up the bar. But we had a good 12-year run, and the economy just hit, and it was just, I'm still, to this day, when I think back on it, stunned how fast the business went downhill. I mean, I'm talking about maybe 50%, and it was just, I just couldn't keep the doors open anymore.
Man, so sad.
I miss seeing I don't miss the headaches, but I miss seeing all the people,
Yeah. And, tell me, what brought you into the radio business?
Well, Gil's the one. I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Gil and Craig Sheeman, who's another one that's gone on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
They had to talk to me, sit me down a couple of times and talk to me about doing it. I said, I don't have a voice for radio. I never don't have any broadcasting experience. They say, you don't need that. Just go be yourself. And that's basically what I do. I come in here and just if I was talking to you in a bar, or I was talking to you in a restaurant, or talking to you at a party, or that's basically the same person I am on the radio.
That is awesome. And out of all the people that you have interviewed over the many years, what has been your most memorable guest?
Oh gosh, I've talked to so many people on there. Billie Jean King was really good. She just struck me, and she just. But I hate. There's been so many good ones, and there are some bad ones. The worst thing you do, and you probably know this, is a person will just give you a short answer and then stop.
Oh, yeah.
But Billie Jean King, interviewed her a couple of years ago. Carlton Fisk. I think Carlton Fisk years ago was one of my first big interviews. Wow. And I was like a little kid in the candy store. Dale Murphy was another one. Dale Murphy actually came in the studio when he was speaking. Couldn't have been nicer. So Dale Murphy, I would have to think, was my favorite, because he was like my hero. Even though I'm older than him, he was still my kind of hero, being a big Braves fan.
And let's talk about the University of South Carolina, your beloved Gamecocks.
Yeah, finally doing good. Yeah. It's been a good ride for the last 3 or 4 years.
That's right. And I read too that you were actually a cheerleader during your college years there.
Yes, many years ago, many pounds and many years ago, I guess. I'm
wondering, who was Bobby Hartin as a cheerleader?
Yeah, I haven't. To be honest with you, I haven't changed much other than older and grayer and more weight. When I watch anybody knows me, when I watch a sporting event, I become that cheerleader sometimes. Yes. But I had a ball. I mean, I got to go to Hawaii twice,
wow.
and I had fun. It was I think that was perfect for me.
And talk about academics. Who was Bobby Hartin as a college student?
Bobby Hartin was not a very good college student. Bobby Hartin went to college for a long time, and really, I look back on it now thinking that I should have done better than I did. But I enjoyed my time at Carolina, and I kid around. Everybody says, "When did you go to Carolina?" And I said, "The '70s." And they said, "No, when?" I said, "The '70s." I started in '71 and I got out in '79. But in my defense, I paid my way through school, so I would have to take semesters off and stuff like that. So I became a cheerleader, and that means I had to buckle down and get out of there. So I did. So I wish I could have done better.
Yeah, that's all good. But now you're a success.
No, I guess. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. And too, I read too that you grew up in Orangeburg. Where on Friday nights you actually rode up and down Highway 301.
Oh yeah, I had to go 301, going through Piggy Park and cutting the pig and all that stuff. Yeah, it was a different time, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, describe to me the following in one word: radio.
Fun. I mean, I have fun with it. Again, that's the only reason. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it. I think it's fun. I know a lot of our callers. I know a lot of our listeners. I've met a lot of great people over the years, and I guess satisfying is the fact that we've done a lot of things in the community, raising money for different organizations. Sure. I mean, and that's due to our listeners. They've always come through every time we've asked them to donate. We're involved with the Ronald McDonald House now. We've done things that we do a toy drive with the Salvation Army.
That's awesome.
We raised $75,000 after Katrina.
Oh my goodness.
We did a marathon. I came on there at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we broadcast till 6 p.m. And we raised. I mean, our goal was like $5,000. We raised $75,000 that day, which was just due to all the listeners and the business owners that listen to the show. So that's been the really good part.
One word to describe sports.
One word to describe sports. I'm having fun again.
Yes.
I love it. Frustrating fun. I mean, being a Carolina fan, I've dealt with a lot of frustrations. Being a Braves fan, certainly dealt with a lot of frustrations. Dealing with a lot of frustrations with my Cowboys right now. But it's fun. I mean, it's I think over the years, looking back, I probably used to take it way too serious, sports, but now I don't take it as serious as maybe that's part of growing old.
You're absolutely.
I still get excited and still get upset and stuff like that, but not as much as I used to.
Well, one word to describe Bobby Hartin.
Fun again. I mean, I try to be a good guy. I try to do the right things. Sometimes I mess up, and I like to be happy. I like to be around happy people. I like to think the show makes people happy, makes their afternoon. So I guess I'm fun. Everything in my life's fun, I guess.
And we know that you love sports and you love Gamecocks, obviously. But what is something else that people don't know about you?
That they don't know about me? I don't know. They pretty much anybody listens to the show, and they know pretty much, you know, everything that goes on in my life because I bring it into part of the show and everything.
Yeah.
They probably don't realize I watch the Food Network some.
Wow.
They probably don't realize I watch weird things on television, and they probably don't realize that I hate my hair.
Your hair looks fine to me.
It's gray. I've hated my hair for 20 years now,
wow.
so but there's nothing I can do about it.
Yes.
So.
And you know, we touched on this earlier, but let's talk about family for those who don't know.
I have a wife, Carla, and
yes.
We've been married now 13 years. So anybody who had that in the pool, they've lost. Second wife and everything. I had a very good first wife, and for whatever reason, mostly my fault, ended up in divorce. But very happy now with her. We have a dog named Marcus. Got him from the shelter,
right.
And named it after Marcus Lattimore. So that's pretty much my family. On my side, I really don't have much family, but I have very good in-laws and sister-in-laws and brother-in-laws. So I've got her family now.
And you know, I can't let you go without me asking you about your future. But when you look into your crystal ball, what do you see?
Gosh, I don't know. Just to continue to be able to do this. Hopefully I can stay young. I know I get kidded a lot about, you know, when I mention references back in the 70s and these young kids on the radio have no clue what I'm talking about. But hopefully just that I can continue doing this as long as I'm, you know, I'm able to do it, as long as I'm having fun.
Well, Bobby Hartin, it was so great talking to you.
It was good talking to you. Appreciate it.